How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The dream scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Charmed. Forgive me for staring.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the god.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any of that.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of boiled vegetables.
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around. And now I don't even... First came the invasive species. Roots and mycelium growing overnight. The dream scourge has twisted our lands. Then there's no time to waste arguing with you.
I like her already.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust
As usual, Giata never misses a chance to slander me.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the dream scourge, unfortunately, new experiments...
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giata from hurting herself. I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Be careful with your assumptions. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you.
While we argue among ourselves that... If I don't have your trust, I am determined to earn it. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties.
Your request is denied, Jack.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior. And you, under the circumstances...
Then neither do I. Giata Castel, from...
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest answer.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilich. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town. Perhaps. But I can't just let...
They aren't your animancers.
Don't bother, old man. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. Now limp back to your giant house like a good... We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house, due west, by the...
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Another time, my boy. I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Just whatever you may think of. I believe the nature of the living lands is unpredictable, and animancy is. But what Giata wishes to do is more than. Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his spearmonk. Be my guest. Take her away from here.
He reminds me of a lieutenant I served under. Led us into a trap because he wouldn't admit his
If there's nothing more. If I...
One job. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could... If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that, I'd like to be. They're out searching. Someone. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back. I assumed they'd turn up. 3 times this month. They're going to be the death of me. They're besotted. Belena and Adelaro were my most promising recruits.
Well, there's worse places to...
New recruits running off with each other?
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for... They always found their way back eventually, but they're out there, all alone, and they... Look at this place. Sinkholes to the left. Everyone here is exhausted. Meanwhile, the Animancers and Vidaro... But that's no concern of ours until my rangers come home. The last time I saw them, if you go that way, please.
Too young them do...
Please. What good? All right.
Pour you a drink, good like?
The crops ruined. All.
Can anything be done?
Well, apologies for the ruckus out. I might be more... Except Giata. They are the only animals. Try telling that to Vidaro. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Births bells, of course. We've had crops fail. The governor says it's just so. We... Welcome back, envoy.
sorry you had to see that.
Giata.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. I can think of one. He's an entitled little worm who can't stand to be proven wrong.
You did,
I know, but curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an...
I wish I could take credit for Giata's stubborn.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. The dream scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the
Your parents would...
Anyway, listen to us. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. Likewise. They should be educational. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Indeed. Some of my colleagues would fight me if they... I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I don't even know. I just realized this is the end.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge. Today, that changes. I need help from the... I hope so. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll... I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you... We're about to make history.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike. Imperial envoy.
I have a lot of packing ahead of me. Don't do anything.
Careful! Or we'll get thrown out of the bomb!
A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me what you know of wrong. Your soul is an ancient wonder, but it's tired, my friend. That's the beauty of it. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention. So tell me, how do... Of course you do remember to take...
You have a thing for sticking your head in the bear's mouth, don't you?
Can I interest? Welcome to Poria Invi... 5 summers ago. But now charlatans are still... Add rumors of Dream Scourge and everyone is buying... Oh, I could, easily. But in the long... I used to believe animancers would trust science, but... At least I don't have to convince you.
All ingredients are fully stocked.
What else to get?
Oh, you startled me. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any the failing crops, the strange... I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence. The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. We cannot take that chance. There are angry... Our recent dead require a final meal to...
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal.
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need...
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit. What tree calls for its branches to...
I had to take the food. The fate of... I know Elena would understand how important... But this does help the living. The crops will grow again. You must take these offerings of food. The first offering goes to a cliffside... Loggers from the old days. The second offering... They buried the bodies of settlers there. Intrepid. The final offering should be taken to the trough. Such a tragedy. A young family. I believe it. Be careful, friends. The angry...
Next time you want to tour graveyards, I'm staying at camp. We should...
I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the con...
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all the ora.
You ever think, what if I wasn't? I'd be a flower.
Ado, welcome. Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble work.
Is that Gelarde?
This is... nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more. No. Unfortunately, I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however. A mate. I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to...
Gallowayne's tusks? Come on, it can't... I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff. And I'll take your money eventually.
Is there anything? Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fjord are animancers, you know. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. Officially, no. But I have one such item for sale, actually. A beautiful mace made of star metal. Welcome back.
confounded machine. Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while... Yes, her theory of what I need is a strong... We can't make something out of nothing. We're still limited by our resources. I could use a large single block of Atra, but Harvard... Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died. Indeed, but that well is all... An Adragon's heart can hold... The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The range... You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but... So, you can understand why none of us went rush. Still, Delumgan Queens can... Do be careful.
If you can convince her to hand it over, I'll be more than impressed.
Oh, it's you. Leave me alone, all right? I'm not looking... Maybe, maybe not. Well, don't tell anyone I'm here. That damn fool wolf with his head full of visions. When he wanted to resort to violence, I knew I had to leave. I can always find work in Thirdborn, or a ship to somewhere else. Good luck out there. You go your way, I'll go mine. You don't think the clavicle died alone in a stranglehold?
Nice job, everyone.
Everyone okay?
Win and Fjord, I guess.
Emerald Stair has seen... Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? Especially when a renowned animancer is... Very well. I'll tell you what I know about... I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and they can't do complicated now. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. You did? That was quick. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my feet, but I believe whatever causes it is older by far. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted land. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. And end up like Giata. No, thank you. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a god toward what end? And thank you for the interesting. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me...
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Did you hear that Giata was sick? Remy, look what I found.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Remy, take a note. The endangered godlike's vacant gaze betrays the... We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider.
I suppose we owe her a favor.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how to satisfy our curiosity and will give you everything Giata needs. We want to know about the godlike, of course.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose who or what would... Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so... Forget what I think. Tired of being remarkable?
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest? No need to take offense.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reap. Very optimistic. I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant...
So, Giata wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yeah? Do you want the good news or the bad?
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way...
Giata will be interested to learn that the dream, its nature is wild. So it has to be studied in the wild.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge...
Of course. The idea is a bit high-minded. Adra...
And the Dream Scourge is a...
So, just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge. An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfect. With enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you...
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair.
Just be careful that your...
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step...
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
You there! You look like you know where you're going. Can you tell me the way to... This isn't a market. It's a... Are you sure? Oh, great. That's the last thing our boss... I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant... Huh. It's possible. The... I'll think... Gonna be a long walk back.
Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like everyone else. I had noticed food. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry. I empathize with Rosanna. I did in this situation, though. Right now, I'd much rather have the food, but this will go a long way if we ever get... Thank you. It may not seem like much, but this could mean life or death. I should get back to it.
Show me what you got! Nice shot! Turn around. Another win, but who's counting? Let's go. Is that all you got?
Beyond sick.
Can anyone hear me? Who's there? Somebody help. Keep going. I'm down here.
This one's mine. Well, that was fun. This one's mine. Arms up! Here we go!
Oh, finally a rescue. I'm not... Oh, 1 minute. I'm engrossed in my research. Then... Not until lately. Now they're everywhere. Quilici warned Vidaro that the roots would swallow the soil. As usual, nobody listened to him. We've never had plants like these. I'm no botanist, but... Ah, nonsense! I can't go yet. My notes are down here somewhere. They contain... Ah, stop treating me like... As soon as I dug them out, again, I can heave myself topside. Help with one hand and disparage with the other, huh? Now hurry. I can't have a sporling eating. For all I know, they could be...
Ready, aim.
You're alive? Yes, the cover is a little... My findings on squirrel acid... What's not clear, as everyone knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance... So I thought, what if a squirrel... If it weren't for this sinkhole, I would have already submitted it. But I've got my notes. Take this. Buy your...
I thought we only got people like him in Paradise.